So, Mike, you made a prediction last episode.
I made a prediction, and I was wrong thing about one thing. Um,
Mhm.
the assistant has nothing to do with the murder itself, but I have more to say about her once we get towards the end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
These two are connected, and how they're connected is
Yep.
Fuck.
it's like
Fucking morbid.
if you have if you have a if you have a gallows sense of humor, then how they're connected is kind of hilarious, but otherwise
It's still fucked up.
oh yeah, no, it's incredibly fucked up. But
It's still fucked.
Yeah, I like old Admin Crow for those who watch the Ruby videos. Um, I
Those were
invited
good
him
days.
over because we like a couple of times a month they'll come over and we just like binge through anime. One of us picks on the other, and I like just watched this the previous weekend, and I'm like, holy shit. And then he's like, "Are we still hanging out next week?" And he goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "We're one-shotting an anime." He's like, "Are you?" I'm like, "It's 12 episodes. We are getting through all of it in a sitting." It's like, okay. And then we watch through this, and he gets to this episode, and he's like, "What is this show?"
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm him as a writer. I'm just watching his brain break as he's trying to figure out what's going on, and he can't do it.
Oh my god, it's like the
Should
Sims
we
in me.
should we
Like
rip the
in
Band-Aid
this
off and
moment, you
reveal
can
it?
see frame by frame of how his heart.
Ripped in half. All right, so we're gonna go step by step.
Okay.
So we don't go straight to the end.
There's a lot to unpack here. Oh boy.
There's a lot to unpack here. So they slowly unravel just how fucked this connection between the two of them is. So you find out that both people got their man, pretty much. But you find out that Shimada's sister said someone was watching. And did you expect, Mike, that the guy who was watching was him?
I actually, yeah, I had the red flag flying. I couldn't confirm it in the last episode, but one thing I noticed was when they began their like how did I get here flashbacks, they were heading like the backgrounds of where they were walking was the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that on the rewatch, if you're someone who is brave enough to rewatch
A
the show,
masochist. Like me.
anyway, you'll notice some clues that lead up to the actual reveal.
Yeah. It's messed up. And you see that the reasoning behind why this murder and stuff was allowed to happen to his sister is so that Tatsumi, who got the revenge for his wife, now becomes the avenging angel of victims, but doesn't say until after that he let this happen so we'd have a reason to go after this guy.
That is
to justify his action. He needed a reason.
To just because he could have caught him, he needed a reason to justify killing him.
So he said, "Arlie, by watching this girl get."
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like this sounds like an argument against you know how we make fun of in comic books how Batman's Rogues Gallery has like a revolving door entrance and exit into Arkham Asylum.
Mm-hmm.
That that's because Batman doesn't kill his villains.
Yep.
That's what Tatsumi sounds like. He sounds like those people who are like, if I don't kill him, he's just gonna keep doing what he's doing.
He's going to. He is the
Mhm.
Frank Castle approach
Yep.
to taking care of your problems. So, yeah. The part of this, and probably other than the unbelievably well-written, like, twist of how those two go together, the highlight of this
Yeah.
episode is Decim and Woman borderline fighting with each other on how to judge these two.
And
Ugh.
that's what I've always liked about their pairing is like Decim has a human pair of eyes because unlike Decim, she actually has lived, and
Yeah.
it is great what she says, like, you know, when the chips are down, people are simple. Like, we are basically run on emotions.
We are. And she kind of tears his head off that what gives you a right
Yes.
to judge people when
When you don't have the feelings.
you've never lived a human life. You don't know how fucked it is and how simple a simple thing can turn you off from what the person you really truly aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And like, I did not, one of my favorite endings to an episode of fucking anything is this episode when she is crying next to him to like not, when Decim hangs the guy up, hangs the guy up and then just hands the knife over to Shimada, and she's begging him, for the love of God, you are not a bad person, you do not want to do this. If
like,
you
you're
screw
still
this
like
up,
right here, right now, you're being judged for
Yeah.
what you're doing in front of him, not
Yeah.
what you did before. You're being judged
Yes.
at this moment, what you're going to be doing right now in real time.
Yes. And she comes this close to saving him. And Tatsumi goes, fuck you, pussy! If you were a real man, you would stab me now! All you see is the credits and the cut to the music and boom! Just blood and stuff.
Oh God, I really want to make jokes right now, but I don't know. Oh God, no!
Fucked.
I don't want to say it because I don't want. No, me and Joe could be bad on YouTube.
I get what it's like. When I tell
He
you,
was like, "Fucked up." Okay.
Yeah, no, I get it. But when I tell you, like, I'm watching my friend, I'm like, roller coaster of emotions because I have him. My claws are in him. He is not left this screen.
Oh, you got him by the balls.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I'm like, you see the eyes start to like de-dilate, and he's like starting to calm down. When you hear the speech and the knife comes through those chips, he's like, "What? You were just there!"
Mm-hmm.
And I just see him staring at the screen like. Like he's not seeing
Admin Crow, how I missed thee!
And he's just making
how
motions.
I missed thee, Admin Crow.
He can't even speak. He's like, what is this show? Like, I mean, you got 3 more episodes left. Like, I'm not stopping now.
So here's my question.
God, and especially when. Yes, go on.
Go ahead.
Is this the darkest the show gets, or does it sink further?
So there's
somewhat because of woman.
Okay, so there's stuff you learn about woman's past and her plot line that is dark. But if I'm going to describe it, I believe accurately, hers is just a lot more sad.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. once you know a woman's backstory, and then this is like comparing apples to oranges.
Yeah, they're both messed up. Don't get me
It's a
wrong.
Yeah, but it's on different spectrums of messed up.
Got it.
Yeah,
So it's hard to kind of say which one is worse than the other.
like this show has, and I'm not saying hyperbole when I say this. Like, I've never bought a Blu-ray of an anime faster than this when I finished it, in case this
Yes.
stupidity happened. And
Ugh.
it was like $18 on Amazon. I was blown away. But the ending episode of, like, I am an emotional person. I grew up in an ocean of estrogen. I am an emotional person. I know Admin
Yeah, you
Crow is also, like, emotional, and he will get sad about things. This is the first time I've ever seen him cry in person. Cause
Shit.
like the ending happens.
Shit, with all the
And-
shenanigans we went through at Ruby,
Oh yeah,
makes
like
him cry.
in person, he's probably cried at other things. This is the first time when I've watched a show with him, and I've watched some shit with him. I watched all of Akame ga Kill in a day with him, and he didn't cry.
We see some things, man.
He was upset, but he didn't cry. This show ends, the credits hit, and he is silent. But I just look over and I see tears rolling down his eyes. He's just like, that was really good.
Also,
That was really good.
like this episode, you see the very subtle character development that Decim is getting. You've seen it very slowly in this episode at the end.
He starts to like have
And my
an
god, when we
existential
get to
crisis.
that point, you'll know why I love this fucking voice actor to death. And
Oh,
why I can't see him as Lois as Lois
As
Pride.
Lloyd- you
I
can't see him as Lloyd
because
anymore.
I see more Deku.
Yes, exactly. Mike, when I tell
You see him as Deku and that's it.
Oh, 100%. I'm telling you now, Mike, there is a moment in the very last episode, right before the final moments happen, where I didn't know a human was capable of making some of the noises this dude makes.
Oh.
Some absolute fucking cinema.
Like, when I tell you
Cinema. It's
that Jabber Wonger is Zeno's best role he's ever done. It's that level, like, times
This is it.
2 for the
This is
shit
it.
that he does for Alex Organ at the end of this. Like, when I see people that's like, yeah, Alex's best role is this, I'm like, have you seen Death Parade? They go, no? Then shut your whore
watch
mouth!
this shit because, like, dear God.
Because you do not know the blasphemy of what you speak.
Until we get to the
Exactly.
finale, one thing I
And
will say about like his arc in this episode is it is just fascinating to see him like really have this existential crisis of wait, my job is to judge people, but
Well,
why
why?
is that my job?
Why? What is the actual purpose of this, Mike?
like, why is that my job? Why
Why
is he
the
getting mad I'm
noise
doing it wrong? Am I doing
in
it wrong?
my head, and I am starting to fucking cry. I am hearing the moment that made me think this dude is one of the most talented voice actors I've ever heard, and I am starting to want to fucking cry because I am seeing it in my head right now.
Exactly. It's
so good. Few
It's
anime.
a rare thing to see in an anime of the type of performance he gave. That's
Yeah. Like,
and
Mike
and it works because of the
Go ahead.
character.
You know when people say that anime dubbing is terrible and then people show them like the Airwing speech from Attack on Titan?
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my other ones. I can't tell you what the scene is because of spoilers, but this is one of them where I'm like, if you can watch this and tell me this is bad, you are factually a liar.
Yep.
Oh. The English dub for Attack on Titan. It's a thing. It's a thing. And I love some of the characters that did Attack on Titan, but I couldn't do it.
What was that? I didn't hear the last part of what you said. I'm sorry.
some of the characters that voice Attack on Titan dub. I love them, but I couldn't watch the dub. I couldn't do it.
Oh, there's later on. There's stuff with. They're just. I can't not watch it because of Hanji alone. Her voice. Hanji's voice actress is so good. Oh,
Yes, I will agree with that.
Hanji's so good. Now, are you talking about Armin? Because I know a lot of people had troubles with how much Armin is like screaming, but that is how Armin is.
I couldn't. Armin and Aaron, and like a little bit of Aaron, I couldn't do.
Okay.
I think what ruined it is because way before Attack on Titan dub came out, someone did Attack on Titan like on Bridge.
Oh, was it?
So
was
I
it Team
guess I was
Four
used to those voices and
Was
thinking
it a
it fit
slap on
more
Titan?
than the actual.
Oh god, I want to fuck that Titan. Why are you so racist?
I think
We'll
that
get-
like ruined my expectations for the dub when it came out. So I was like, no. But Matthew
Oh.
Mercer as Levi though.
That is one of the few people where they're like, when I see people are just to see it's Matthew Mercer as Levi though. Like just a scream, Kenny! Oh god, it's so good. And then
And I'm a Matthew Mercer sim.
and then this will be the last one. What's his name? Shit, I've met him.
Oh my god.
Elizabeth
Are you
Maxwell's
talking about-
husband, the guy who voices Aaron's
Sebastian
brother.
Michaelis from Matt Butler also voices the commander.
Well, that commander, I know him. That's J. Michael Tatum. No, but the guy who voices, I've met him. His real name's Esteban, but he changed his Jason. He voices Crow now. Oh, what's his name? Jason Lieberch.
There we go.
He voices what's his name? The Beast Titan.
The Peace Titan?
The Beast Titan. The one that
Aaron's brother.
Yeah, what's his name? I can't think of his name. But
Oh my god, what is his name?
I can't think of it. It's bugging the shit out of me.
I don't know either.
He's one of my favorite characters in the entire show, and I can't think of his fucking name. Oh my. That.
Oh my god.
Zeke.
Thank you.
Zeke!
For some reason, I was thinking G, but I'm like, no, that's something totally different. But Zeke. Oh yeah, Zeke Yeager. Oh, so good. But yeah, all that. So yeah, he voices. That's obviously voices that. He also voices Crow, and Elizabeth Maxwell, who voices Winter, voices Emir, the like Scout Regiment Emir, not the other Emir. So like they're in tons of stuff together, and I've been to like 4 cons now where they've had tables next to each other, and watching those two be completely separate entities next to each other, I'm like opposites attract sometime. That's all I gotta say.
Getting back to
But
Death
yeah.
Parade.
Yes, back to Death Parade.
Anyway.
Yeah, so small tangent, but back to Death Parade. Yeah, it's really good. I cannot wait until we get this next part done because yeah, it's one of my favorite performances in an anime is in the last
Is in this.
episode of this.
In this. It
This
is so
is-
very defined.
Like when like outside of us doing this fresh takes, Mike, when I messaged you just how pissed I was that they took this off Crunchyroll. Are you starting to
You know why.
understand where you're like, why
You will
the
understand more and more.
fuck would you take this off?
But don't worry, Crunchyroll will tell us this is one of the top 20 animes that we should binge watch. If only we could watch it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, I was waiting
And
for the
you
ongoing.
gotta pay because you can't have a subscription to an ad now. Thanks, Crunchyroll.
No, I was waiting for the
Thanks.
ongoing joke at the end of this where they're gonna like, and you can watch the also 1-season anime, One Piece. But anyway, so all right.
Let's not. Let's not. Let's.
Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on various social media sites at CaptainK42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Blue Sky at Renegade Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube at Renegade Pop Culture or YouTube at Orknoid Zero.
Yeah.
You can also find us on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/renegadepopculture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need to escape? So do we.
And Miss Al?
And you can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Cuba028.
You can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube. If you like cosplay and the like, you can go over to my Instagram at Organoid Zero. All that is over there. And until next time, we will see you all later. Bye!